when I first stepped foot in the United States from Iran, I was overwhelmed. And I knew I was going to get opportunities that I never had before. So it was very exciting. But something interesting on day one, there was a little sign under the flag that I didn't know at that time what it meant. Let me enlarge it for you. So I honestly did not know my destiny. So I started, and I'm going to talk a little bit about, this is going to be mostly about you. I won't talk a lot about my history, just a little bit. But I'm going to tell you about the mindset, how I started. So after attending Northeastern University in Boston, I started a couple of businesses. And even though it wasn't a complete failure, I didn't succeed, even though I had very good technical people around me. So I had a different mindset this time. I borrowed $300,000 in 2004 from family and friends, and I started Direct IT with this mindset. With that money, I hired Carol. Then I hired Matt. Let me tell you what they have in common. They're both salespeople. I started Direct IT with negative $300,000, 2 salespeople, and a non-technical CEO. I did not hire my first tech till 2.5 months into business when I sold my first customer. So the mindset was great sales beats great tech. I was not successful with tech people around me, so I wanted to surround myself with salespeople. I knew if I keep calling and prospecting, as Brian Tracy says, I'll be successful. And I was. Fast forward to 2010. 6 years later, I was a $2 million MSP. I was on top of the world. Do you know what my sales were in 2011? 12? I think now you know where I'm going with this. I know I was going nowhere. So a decade of frustration. I was stuck and very frustrated. I needed a miracle. So finally, I joined TMT. And I learned about marketing. I fell in love with marketing. I learned businesses have only 2 functions, marketing and innovation. I was so happy not to see the word tech in there. Then I believed great sales and great marketing beats the greatest tech. So with that mindset, I also learned more about marketing, that stopping advertising and marketing to save money is like stopping your watch to save time. So with that mentality, briefly, in 2 years, from 2020, when I was stuck after a decade of frustration, end of 2019, I was at 2 million. In 2021, I was at 5.1 million. I rose my revenue $3 million in 2 years. Thank you. But I want you to know that I had 0 marketing campaign in January of 2020. In 2021, here's what I did. The first thing I did, I changed the name of my marketing department to Marketing Bombardment. I'm actually talking to Robin to change TMT to TMB, because that's, I think, the way we should go. Here's what I did. 48 aspirin. I'm going to throw a lot of numbers at you, because I think this is about you. I did 40 3-step easy onboarding, 35 closer look, 22 Band-Aid, 12 newsletter, 24 tech tips. I mailed out over 60,000 pieces of postcards or letter. And Direct IT made 60,000 phone calls follow-up on every single one of them. And obviously, we did social media and all of those things. These are my campaigns. Now, Robin talked about easy onboarding. You guys have that on your table? Anybody has easy onboarding postcards on your table? OK, where are they? All right, I'm going to move on. So that was my most successful campaign. Almost half of my MRR came from it's easy. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 switching to direct IT. Now, in 2021, I went from 3.7 million to 5.1 million. My MRR, that was at 220, went up $150,000 to $370,000. And the best number of all, my net profit went up almost $1 million. Thank you. Now, you guys want those numbers? Yeah. All right, I know what you're thinking. I can't do this. Not me, I'm just a tech. It's too much, overwhelming. This is exactly how I felt in January of 2020. It was intimidating to join an accountability group that were extremely successful. Each one of them had been on this stage, and every one of them had won a car. And that was my group. And I had zero marketing. So, as Robin always says, go get your testimonials. I talked to the guys, and I said, guys, I'm going to go up on the stage, and I want to talk about my methods and what I did. What do you think of my methods? Tom said, no one executes Robin mailing campaign better than David. I've never seen anyone send thousands of letters and call so many prospects each month. John Motazeri said, I'm a member of TMT group for more than 10 years. I've never seen anyone does that much. Satima Fowler said, David joined our group with intense focus on growing his business. And she went on to say, as a result, David has grown his business significantly and taught the rest of us it can be done. Joanna said, I thought we were high achievers until David joined us. And she goes on to say, it's important to surround yourself with achievers, but also people who are givers. David always gave back first and quickly became a friend. And finally, Mr. Charles Henson. Holy shit, that's my reaction every time David goes over his monthly campaign. David is a true giver, is always willing to help and share his method to ensure we as a group are successful. And that is absolutely true, guys. I cannot be successful if I can't help my peers to be successful. To me, that's the true success. If I can share step by step what I did, and I'm going to do it, of how I got here, then I'm successful. Now, one thing before I go to real slides. No matter how much I talk about 60,000 campaigns, 60,000 letters, I don't want you to hear that. All I want you to hear is where I was with zero marketing 2 years ago. All right, here we go. January of 2020, that was my preparation month. Remember, I said I had no marketing at that time. Here's what I did. I started the process of hiring an appointment setter. I wanted to go after the market that I already had. They were attorneys. I bought a list of attorneys from Data Axle. I asked all my 4 attorneys to give me testimonials and their pictures. I created a small 3x5 postcard, and I mailed it through Vistaprint to the list that I bought. And I waited 3 weeks for all the undeliverables to come back so I can clean my list. I did all of this concurrently. I called that my preparation month. February of 2020, I had a clean list. I mailed them a Band-Aid. You can mail anything you want. Any marketing campaign will work. Email them tech tips. I uploaded the prospect list into Facebook and LinkedIn and start targeted marketing, advertising. I send them a Band-Aid email. I call them, and I send a newsletter. This is exactly what I want you to do in that order, spread over a month, 5, 6 days apart. Every one of those attorneys got 6 touches. But like everybody here said, you need to stick to it. Doing that in February, how many do you think I closed in February of 2020? 2. How many do you think I closed in March of 2020? You got to stick to it. Be patient. This method works. By the end of the year, I had 17 attorneys in my MRR. All right? So I told you that I'm going to talk step by step what you need to do. Here's what you need. You need $75,000. I went through I'm a math major, so I went through all the numbers to tell you how much you need to start this. Why $75,000? It's going to pay your appointment setter. It's going to pay your salary. It's going to help you join TMT. If you're already part of TMT, good. If not, you need their campaigns. You need a kick-ass CRM. You got to go get one. That's all you need. Do you have $75,000? Do you have $554? That's your monthly payment on a $75,000 loan with 4% interest. I'm not joking. You got to make the bold move. You got to be courageous. You got to do this. It worked for me. I have a question. How long do you want to stay small? If a server is down, guys, a lot of tech people here, how long do you wait? 4 hours? If your sales and marketing is down, how long are you going to wait? Why not give it the same urgency? That's what you need to do. Marketing opens the door. Sales captures the deal and generates revenue. Tech keeps the client. All the money is in sales and marketing. That's what you need to spend your money, and that's what's going to bring you money. With that money, go hire techs. Go hire the best tech. But you need to get out of tech if you want to take the next level, if you want to make the bold move. As I said, this wasn't about me. This is about you. This is not even a presentation. To me, it's a challenge. It's a challenge to all of you. I am here on this stage asking you. I'm here to encourage you. Hell, I'm actually here to beg you. Please take the bold move. Take the next action. Don't go home and do nothing. Make month of May your preparation month. And June would be a kick-ass month. You've got to do things differently. I'll ask you again these questions. You need to make the move. And finally, if you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done.